Good morning, I am Prarambha Dahal. Let's begin with the main stories. 11-year-old Nishan Khadka found murdered after being kidnapped from Kathmandu's Kandaghari. Two kidnappers killed in subsequent police action. The ruling and opposition parties engaged in blame games over Deepak Raj Joshi's rejection for the post of Chief Justice. Diplomatic tussle grows as Saudi Arabia's state airliner suspends direct flights to Toronto. Saudi also freezes all trade and expels Canada's ambassador over the interference. An ICC chief executive, David Richardson, says ball tampering and sledging threaten cricket's DNA, urges cricketers to improve their behavior. The 11-year-old boy Nishan Khadka, who was kidnapped from Kathmandu's Kandaghari yesterday, was found murdered. Meanwhile, the two kidnappers were killed in subsequent police action. The police recovered the body of Nishan from Vaktapur yesterday. According to the police, Ajay Thamang of Sindhupalchok and Nuakot's Gopal Thamang had plotted and executed the kidnapping of the boy. The Thamang duo had asked for a ransom amount of 4 million rupees from the victim's mother, Chameli Khadka, around 9 in the evening. The police were immediately informed about the incident but could not save the boy. The two kidnappers were killed in a police encounter in a jungle in Surebinayak, Bhaktapur. The police also recovered a set of pistols from the kidnappers. The family of Khadka hailed from Sindhupalchok, Melamchi. The victim's father is currently working in Malaysia. Let us now move on to the latest national political updates. The ruling and opposition parties were engaged in a volley of blame games at the parliament over Deepak Raj Joshi's rejection for the post of Chief Justice. The main opposition, Nepali Congress, alleged the ruling party of influencing the judiciary with its two-thirds majority, while lawmakers of the ruling party accused the opposition of trying to impose authoritarianism by rejecting the mandate of the majority. Congress lawmaker Gyanendra Bahadur Karki started off criticizing the Parliamentary Hearing Committee over its decision right after the House session started yesterday. The ruling Nepal Communist Party lawmaker Khagraj Adhikari responded to Karki's allegations, saying his remarks were against the parliamentary norms and demanded Karki's remark be removed from the Parliament's record. Congress lawmaker Puspa Bhusal also vehemently criticized the ruling party. Interestingly, the ruling lawmaker Birod Khatiwada branded the protest of opposition lawmakers as dictatorship, not allowing a government with two-thirds majority to operate with the due freedom. Speaker Krishna Badhar Mahara finally intervened to rule that the discussions be continued after the hearing committee presented its report to the parliament. With solid wastes left unattended and the monsoon season on full tide, the possibility of waterborne diseases in the capital is on the rise. The municipalities have not been able to collect solid wastes lying in public places after the road to Sesto landfill site crumbled due to the continuous rainfall. Solid waste at this site in Lalitpur has been piling up for weeks. The rainwater scatters the solid wastes, while on a sunny day, the foul smell increases the plight of the local people and passing pedestrians. This is the second instance of this kind this rainy season. A month ago, the road made above solid waste itself had collapsed, leading to the failure on the part of the Metropolitan City Office to collect wastes. The Kathmandu Metropolitan City Office has failed to come up with an alternative to solid waste management, and the problem has persisted for a decade now due to the lack of government seriousness. The amount of solid waste of the capital far exceeds the capacity of Sistol, which has been the single dumping site for the past 13 years. 18 local level offices had urged the Ministry of Federal Affairs and General Administration to initiate efforts for infrastructure management and coordination in order to improve the capital's solid waste management. The government had formed a solid waste management technical help center in 2011, which was supposed to manage the wastes of the metropolis and municipalities. The government had also arranged for 1,700 ropenis of land at Nuakot's Bansare Dada. However, the landfill site, supposed to start operation from the year 2014, has not been prepared, nor has a proper road to the site been constructed. Yesterday, we had asked the locals of Pokhara and Butwal what should be done to better manage Nepal's foreign employment sector. Let us now take a look at what they had to say.
Public voice.
के कामको लागि विदेश जाने भनेर यहीँबाट कन्फर्म भएर यहीँबाट काम तोकिएर गयो भने नेपाली युवा युवतीहरूले पक्का पनि विचलित भएर कामको खोजीमा अरू दुःख पाउन पर्दैन।
केही सिपमूलक कामहरू सिकाएर त्यही कामको लागि विदेशमा लैदियो भने राम्रो हुन्छ कि जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई। यहाँ त एउटा काम भन्ने एउटा काममा विदेश लैजाने गर्दाखेरि पनि अलिकति असर परेको हो कि
राज्यले विभिन्न किसिमका ट्रेनिङहरू दिएर र राज्यको स्वामित्वमा मात्रै विदेश जानु पर्यो र कुनै पनि दलाली र अन्यको प्रलोभन देखाएर बाहिर जानु भएन।
के माग गरेको छन् त्यो अनुसार त्यो गएको छ कि छैन भन्ने कुरो सरकारले नै त्यसमा जानी बुझिकन आफैले हेर्नुपर्ने अवस्था हुन्छ।
It is now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
The question is, what has contributed to negligence in solid waste management in Kathmandu Valley? Your options are A, failure of the local representatives, B, policies limited to papers, and C, weak administration. The voting is on. You can type any WS, select your option A, B or C, and then send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. With this, let us move on to the sports news.
Sports news.
The International Cricket Council Chief Executive David Richardson has said that ball tampering and sledging against the opposition during matches have threatened cricket's DNA. ICC Chief Executive David Richardson said that ball tampering and sledging threaten cricket's integrity and added that the recent poor behavior by players has to stop. The ICC toughened its code of conduct last month, increasing the ban for ball tampering and introducing new sanctions for personal abuse. It follows the Australia ball tampering scandal against South Africa in March. Richardson said that cricket's DNA was based on its integrity. Delivering the 2018 MCC Spirit of Cricket Cadre lecture at Lord's on Monday, former South Africa wicketkeeper Richardson said that this wasn't the version of the game ICC wanted to project to the world. Richardson, who will step down after the 2019 World Cup in England, said the global public reaction to incidents in the Australia-South Africa Test series was an eye-opener. And now, before we wrap up, here's a look at the top stories one more time. 11-year-old Nishan Khatka found murdered after being kidnapped from Kathmandu's Kandagari. Two kidnappers killed in subsequent police action. The ruling and opposition parties engaged in blame games over Deepak Raj Joshi's rejection for the post of Chief Justice. Diplomatic tussle grows as Saudi Arabia's state airliner suspends direct flights to Toronto. Saudi also freezes all trade and expels Canada's ambassador over the interference. And ICC Chief Executive David Richardson says ball tampering and sledging threaten cricket's DNA, urges cricketers to improve their behavior. That is all for the moment. Our next English bulletin will air at 11 a.m. Keep watching Kantipur Television SD for more news and entertainment. Have a great day ahead.